It's almost time for kids' time. We're gonna be late.
Time to share, there's a world out there looking for a friend like Jesus. It's time to share, there's a world out there. Let's tell him that he loves us so. Let's tell him that he loves us so. Kids time, kids time, kids time.
Hi, boys and girls. Have you been sharing Jesus with your friends this week? I hope so. I try to share Jesus with someone new every day. You know, sometimes sharing Jesus has less to do with what you say and more to do with what you do. People watch you even when you're not aware of it. They're always trying to figure out what kind of person you are and why you do the things you do. When you claim to be a Christian, people watch to see if your actions are in line with your words. What you do tells them something about who your God is. If you're honest and faithful and true, they decide that your God must also be honest and faithful and true. And sometimes that helps them to believe and trust in God. That's what happened with Daniel a long time ago. He served a very important and powerful king, and every day that king watched Daniel very closely. We'll find out what happened to Daniel and the king in our Bible story today. But right now, I'm sure Max is ready and awake right now. Don't you think? It's only been a couple seconds. Nope, he's sleeping again. Let's get ready for nature time.
Hi kids, welcome to Nature Time. I'm so excited today. We're in Grayling, Michigan at beautiful Camp Sabo, and we got to talk about something about power. Look at what's coming up, powerful horses. These are some big horses, and they're carrying a log here with Charlie. Look at that, man. Charlie, are those logs heavy?
Well, I sure couldn't pull them by myself.
Okay, now I want to check. Okay, you get me. I want to see. I can't even budge these logs. Man, that's a lot of weight. So Charlie, I gotta ask you a question. You don't look like a very big guy. How much do you weigh?
185 pounds.
185, so what does one of these horses weigh?
Right around 2,000 pounds.
Did you hear that, kids? 2,000 pounds, one horse. So you got 4,000 pounds, and yet you're able to get these horses to do what you want? How do you do that?
Just with these reins, they're hooked up to the bits in their mouth.
Okay.
And just a little bit of pressure on them can tell them what to do.
So they'll go forward, and you can make them back up, go forward,
Yep.
go around. They know they like to pull. Now, these horses are what kind of horses?
These are Belgians.
These are Belgians. Now, they got other...
Oh.
Look at, boy, they want to go, don't they? Love it. This is so cool. Okay, now, these are Belgian horses. They're huge, and I think you were telling me they belong to some Amish?
Yep, before we got them, they were Amish workhorses.
And of course, the Amish, they plow their fields with horses like this, don't they?
Yep. That's what these guys did before they came here.
So I want to see you turn them with these reins right now. I want to see how you turn them and make them go just a little bit. See if you can make them go and make them stop. Can you do that? Can you stop them? Whoa, wow, look at that. That is just, kids, isn't that cool? Okay, now they have blinders on.
Yep.
And that keeps them, what, focused on their work?
Keeps them focused on where you're going with them. That way they're not getting distracted on everything beside them.
You know, kids, God is so powerful, and yet he's so gentle. Think about that. He created the world. That's powerful. These horses are powerful, but you told me they're as gentle as can be.
Yep. These guys are some of the gentlest horses we have up here at camp.
Can you imagine? Seem like the bigger something becomes, the more gentle it becomes.
Mm-hmm. We call these our gentle giants.
Your gentle giants. That is so neat. Well, you know, I think there's another object lesson that we've got with these bits, and how that keeps them going, and you can stop them. Like right now, they want to go. They want to pull these logs. They want to work, don't they?
They're ready to work.
They know that they've got it on. Well, listen, Ranger Dwight's going to do something neat right now. I can't resist it. Hey, Charlie, do you think those horses could pull me too?
They're ready to work. Hop right on.
Oh, this is going to be great. Okay. Hey, kids, Nature's God's second book. Get out there and take a look. Okay, Charlie, let's go. Oh, this is awesome. See you kids next time. This is awesome. All right.
When God calls us to do something and we're afraid to do it, we can remember when God called Moses to lead the children of Israel and he was afraid. In Exodus 4:12, God reassured him, saying, "Now therefore go, and I will be with your mouth and teach you what you should say." Because so many need to know, it's up to you and me to go. Because so many need to know, God calls us, God calls us. Because so many need to see that God alone can make them free. Because so many need to see, God calls us, God calls us. Because so many need to hear, I want to be a volunteer. Because so many need to hear, God calls us, God calls us, God calls us, God calls us.
Welcome to Learning Time. Glad you turned in. Hey, you know what? You might be able to make a toy today. Would you like to make a toy? Yeah! This is a very unusual toy, and we're going to need some helpers. And I've got a Tara. Now, Tara, what do you want to be when you grow up?
A missionary nurse.
Do you have a favorite animal?
Dogs and horses.
Okay. And Caleb, what is your favorite animal?
Dogs.
A dog. And what do you want to be when you grow up?
I like to be a missionary pilot.
Hey, that sounds pretty exciting, doesn't it? And we have Catherine. Now, Catherine, do you have a favorite animal?
Yeah.
What is that?
A pony.
Whoa, hey, that's interesting too. Hey, let's get our helpers up here. And in fact, we're going to show you how you can make a toy. And in fact, this is a very unusual toy, and you might have a container like these over here. And let's see. What, Caleb, why don't I get you to stay right here? Okay, let's see. How else can we move some people around here? Oh, I know what. Tara, why don't you go over here and just, can you sit down there by, is that Noah? Down there? Okay, just sit by Noah and let's see what we can come up with right here. Now what we have is a container, and you know, you can get cereal and stuff in these containers like this. Yeah. And so I'm going to have you put it down in front of you, okay? Yeah. And then I want you to roll it towards a Tara, okay? Okay. All right? And don't roll it very fast, okay, because we don't want to knock her over, do we? Okay, can you move back a little more, Tara? Okay, and go ahead and give it a roll, okay? Give it a roll. No, wait, no, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. See what's going to happen? Oh no! What's it doing?
It's going back.
Wow, do you think the floor is crooked? No. No. Hey, you know what? Why don't you try that again? The floor is level, but what's happening to our little toy? What did it do?
It went back.
It came back. Let's try it again. Come on, here we go. He's going to roll it over there. That's going to run into the grass, I think. Oh, what? Oh, here. Oh, look at there. And it comes back. Why do you suppose it comes back? What's that?
I don't know.
You don't know? You think there's a little person in there trying to roll it back? No. Would you like to know the secret inside the box? Would you like to know the secret?
Yeah.
Well, this is what I have. I have the container very similar to that. And let's why don't you open that up? Can you open that up for us? And let's see what's inside. Yeah, open it up. And why don't you tip it over and put everything down here. Let's check it out. Tip it over. Can you tip it over? Cool. Oh, it's something hard in there. What's that?
Bolt.
Can you hold that for us? And it has what? Hold it by those two rubber. There's rubber bands and a little bolt. Well, actually, that's a big bolt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, and then we have these are what? These are little...
Hey,
Paper
They're
clip.
paper clips. And what you do is this. You just take and poke a hole right here, and you poke a hole in the cover, and you stretch the rubber band all the way through our cylinder, and then you put a paper clip on the other side of the rubber band so the paper clip will stay right there. And that's what's happening right there. See? There's a paper clip right there, and a paper clip when we put some tape on it, and then you put the lid back on after all of that, and what happens? When this rolls, what happens to the rubber band and the bolt? It's like a wind-up toy, and that wind-up toy just winds up the rubber band. Yeah, do that again. It winds it up just like that. It goes around and around, and once it goes and winds up to where a tira is, it unwinds, and it rolls this cylinder back to us. Isn't that cool, Caleb?
Yeah.
That's cool. And so it stores up all that energy. Would you like to make an energy toy? Yeah! And it won't hardly cost. You can use a rock. You don't have to use a bolt like that. And you can use a rubber band. You can use everything that you might find in your house. And that's really cool to make your own toys. And that's very interesting. There's a lot of physics in there as well. You know what? Energy's good, isn't it? Catherine, do you have a lot of energy inside of you? Yeah, do you have rubber bands like that inside of you winding up so that you can run? You do? Wow. Well, that's cool, isn't it? But you know, you and I, we don't get our energies from rubber bands, do we? No, because that would be bad news. But you know, God has given you and I food, all kinds of different foods and variety of foods for us to eat so that we can get that stored energy from the food. And it goes right into our lives and our body and healthy, and that gives us the vital energy that you and I need in order to run. And I want to run for Jesus. How many of you want to run for Jesus? I want to run for Jesus. I want to have all of that energy inside. And you know, when we study science, because this is a lot of science in this little container right here. You know, when we study science and we do little projects like this, we're learning more about our Creator, God.
Yes, my queen.
If it pleases you, I have a request to make.
Please.
Well, I have prepared a banquet for you for tonight.
A banquet? Oh, how delightful.
Yes, your favorite food will be served, and there will be music.
Music?
Yes, you've been working so hard this week, I thought you could use some relaxation.
Oh, yes, how thoughtful of you, my queen. Of course, I am so looking forward to it.
King Darius, 3 of your officials once more request an audience with you.
Permission granted.
You may
forever.
Live forever, Your Majesty.
Speak.
Your Majesty, did you not sign a decree that for these 30 days you and you alone were to be worshipped?
Yes, of course I did.
And that the punishment for that crime, that if you weren't the only one served, would be being thrown into the lion's den?
Of course I said all of that. We just went over this.
Yes.
What is it?
Well, we have found one in your kingdom who is not worshiping you right now.
What?
Yes, he's praying to his own God as we speak.
Who is this insolent? I just made that decree. Who dared defy me? My word is law in all of Medo-Persia.
It's Daniel.
He serves his God 3 times daily, and not you, Your Majesty.
Daniel? Daniel? What? Of course, I should have known it. He's been praying to his God for years. I've always known this. Oh, how could I have forgotten? How could I have been so foolish? What? You tricked me. You tricked me. You knew all along. You knew all along that Daniel was in your sights. That's why you put me up to this. I'll think of something. Away with you. Gods, away with them. Daniel. Oh, Daniel, my most trusted advisor.
I know how much he meant to you.
My friend. There's no way out of this. My word is law. I can't reverse this. God. Go to Daniel's quarters, arrest him, and take him to the lion's den. And God, tell Daniel that the God that he prays to continuously will protect him. And that I will be there in the morning to check on him. Go now.
Your Majesty, you must take your mind off this. The banquet tonight, the music.
No,
no
banquet, no music. I must be alone tonight. Dad. Guards, leave. Daniel, my most trusted advisor, my friend, Daniel, what have I done? What have I done? I fasted all night. I thought morning would never come. Daniel! Daniel, servant of the living God, has the God whom you pray to continuously, has he delivered you from the lion's den?
Yes, O King.
Oh.
I'm alive. Your Highness, live forever. My God, he sent an angel who shut the lions' mouths because I was found innocent before both you and him. I have committed no crime.
Guards, remove the stone. Get him out of there quickly. Come. Not a scratch.
Yes, I was down there and the Lord sent an angel, and those fierce lions didn't come near me the whole night.
Guards! Arrest all those and their families who plotted against Daniel and deliver them to the lion's den. Immediately, go now! Now everyone in my kingdom will know that the God whom Daniel serves is the one and only true God.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Boys and girls, it's time for Miss Brenda's Book of the Day. And today's book is a book called More Than You See by Mary Beth Gazelle. This is a very special book, boys and girls, because it's a book about how to treat people and children and others that have disabilities that might be different than you and I, to treat them with love and respect and kindness. Someone that knows a lot about that is here with me today. I want you to meet Alana. Hi, Alana.
Hello.
And I want to thank you so much for being here. You've read this book, and would you agree that this is a book everyone should read?
Yes, it teaches you a lot about treating kids that are different from you with respect and
that's
kindness.
Important.
They really just want to be treated like other normal people.
That's right. That's right. And so many of us, we don't. If someone else is different than us, then sometimes, you know, as children or kids, you can, you know, treat them in a way that's not pleasing to God, right? We all of us need to be treated with respect. And God made us all different, didn't he? So we're all different than each other, and we all have different talents that he's given us. We look different, and that's awesome. Wouldn't that be boring if we were all the same, boys and girls? Wouldn't that be boring? I think so, right? Well, you have a real passion for helping people. What do you do to share Jesus?
Well, my friend and I, my friend Paris and I.
And you're from what state?
We're from Washington State.
Washington State. By the way, I'm coming to your state very soon to speak in your state, actually, so I hope you can come. So your friend, you live in Washington, your friend's name is Paris.
Yeah, and we have been raising money for a therapeutic playground.
And what is a therapeutic playground?
It's a playground, it's different from a normal playground because it's more suited for the needs of the children that have autism and other mental and physical illnesses.
Or challenges that maybe there's people that, you know, that have physical challenges and they wouldn't be able to play on a regular playground, would they?
Yeah, and they don't get along with other kids as well because the other kids don't know how to act around them. They treat them differently and they don't like to be treated differently.
No.
They like to be treated just like a normal person.
I don't blame them, do you?
No.
That's a good thing. So you really felt a burden in your heart. You and your friend Paris decided you wanted to do this for him. What did you do? How did you make it happen?
Well, we called the local mental health services.
Yes.
And they offered us projects.
Yes.
They offered some smaller projects, but we didn't feel like it was the right thing to do.
Okay.
And then they offered us this playground project, and we were 11 then. And they said, well, it's $30,000, and we're like, okay, well, we'll do that.
Now, did you think $30,000? How are we going to get that kind of money?
Well, we didn't even know what we were getting into. We didn't even comprehend $30,000.
Right.
Because that's a lot of money.
Might as well have been 30 million, right? So I mean,
yeah. And so we started making a funding plan and a presentation and PowerPoint. And we started going places, churches and service groups, and they were all really generous. So
I guess so. And so how much money did you raise?
$38,000.
$38,000, $8,000 more dollars than they actually needed. Isn't that awesome, boys and girls? Oh, that's wonderful. And did the playground get built?
Yep, we built it in September.
You did. Well,
And
now
so-
you brought some pictures with you. Let's show the boys and girls. Can you hold this picture up? This is the actual playground that was built. If you hold it up like this, there you go. Hold it. Look at that, boys and girls. Isn't that awesome? And you can see all different kinds of slides and swings, and that looks like a fun, cool playground, doesn't it?
Yeah,
And then
this shows the volunteers. We got like 20-something volunteers to come and help build the playground.
wow. And here's a ribbon cutting ceremony. This is pretty cool. And show that one. And you must have been excited that day, were you?
Yeah, it was a really long day because we got up early to go and help build the playground, and there were reporters coming, and then it was finally built, and we got to cut the ribbon.
And even the mayor of your city came, I heard.
Yes, the mayor came.
And you were presented an award. In fact, let me show you this award, boys and girls. Isn't that awesome? And that was pretty. Now, where's this award at today?
We each got one, and
so do you have it hanging in your wall or in your bedroom, or
it's
you don't remember, right?
Yeah, I don't even.
Which you know is a wonderful thing because you didn't do it for the reward.
Yeah, that was the thing. We didn't even think we were getting an award, but someone nominated us for it, and then they didn't even tell us. So then we find out that we're getting this award.
Oh, you know, and that's the way it should be, because we shouldn't want to do something for others just to get the reward, right? You did it for the right reasons because Jesus is in your heart. What would you say to other kids out there that are watching right now and maybe they're thinking there isn't anything I can do? What would you say to them?
God will always make a way. You can always do something, and He will just definitely lead.
That's right. And how old are you?
I'm 13.
You're 13.
Yeah.
And so you started that project a year and a half ago, and God has really blessed.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to actually go and see the actual kids playing on it?
Yeah, we got to play with the kids.
Really?
We got to meet them, and it was really cool. That was my favorite part of the whole thing, was getting to meet the kids and see them play on the playground. That's when it was real.
Exactly. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Well, Alana, there I think might be time for me to read a quick letter here. Oh, I think there's a picture. Maybe if you just hold it up like this for me. Okay. And there's a bookmark in here too, and it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. See that one right there? Oh, and guess what else I have in here? $3. It says, Dear Miss Brenda, my name is Joshua, and I'm 10 years old, and I'm writing to you from St. Louis, Missouri. My favorite part about Kids Time is cooking, because I love food. Love, Joshua. P.S. There is something in there for you, and by the way, are you part French? I'm part Korean, German, French, Irish, and Scottish. And here's some money to help support your Kids Time program. And I love Learning Time, too. And then, look, he's got We're in Heaven, and he gave a picture of himself and I in heaven. Oh, Joshua, thank you so much for sending your letter. I love your artwork, and I thank you for your financial support, too. Well, I want to thank you, Alana, for being here all the way from Washington to show us and tell us what you do to share Jesus. Are you ready for your next project?
I sure am.
And have you thought about what that will be?
Still praying about it.
You know, that's the only thing to do. Boys and girls, pray about everything. Well, until next time, remember, you want to help me? It's Kids Time to share Jesus.